What's up guys, Dave Moss Jr. here, and I just wanted to come on here and just have a real conversation. I feel like a lot of my videos, I've been putting a lot of effort and a lot of time into making sure I'm putting the right information out there to really help people along their journeys through health and wellness. This has been such a cool experience in life. I went from being in the car business for 20 years and health and wellness wasn't a priority. It was important, but it wasn't a priority. You know, we had life insurance and all these different backup plans. But somewhere along the line, I started getting older and I figured that, you know, as you get older, you're supposed to just age and things are gonna hurt a little more and you're not gonna be as flexible and you're not gonna have as much energy. And this is why energy drinks are out. And this is why you drink a lot of coffee. And this is all these things I thought were just normal parts of life, I realized was kind of like a scam of life. And there's a whole bunch of videos on my story, but just kind of wrapped up in a nutshell. I ended up jumping in cold water. My wife was considered a crunchy woman, and we switched to organic and clean and single food ingredients. And I kind of pushed back. A little bit on it. And I was like, no, let's enjoy food. Life's too short. We got to live it. We got to enjoy it, right? And I ended up finally following suit with her and jumping into it. And when I experienced these changes, it transformed every part of my life. It transformed my mental health. It transformed my physical health. It transformed how I looked how I felt about myself truly when I looked in the mirror. And I just wanted to make a video and really just encourage those watching. I'm not an athlete. I've never done anything amazing in the sports arena. I'm not a doctor, scientist. I haven't really done anything that cool. I'm just a normal guy who has 4 kids, and I lived a very fast-paced life as the vice president of a large automotive group, which took up a lot of time, and it was an amazing journey, but I ended up stepping out of that. I left it, and it's not like I left it and it's just waiting there. I left it and I burned the boats, and now I'm a full-time content creator, and I get to share these things that I'm personally experiencing and share the things that are working for me with you. So this is a little bit of a different video. This is really just gonna be sharing my story. I feel like there's a lot of really cool videos that I have with text on screen and cuts and B-roll and all this stuff, all the new lingo I've had to learn becoming a YouTuber. But in this video, I have some notes. I'm gonna be looking over here on my computer just to make sure I stay, because I have ADHD, not diagnosed, but I really think I do based off of what all my friends tell me. I should probably go get that checked out. But I just wanna share, I wanna go through this journey with you and just kind of walk through what I changed and really how. The title of this video is I got my blood work done for 365 days like a professional athlete, and here's what happened. And truthfully, I made a lot of changes in my diet. I made subtle changes in my workouts and my consistency. That was probably the most important change. I did a lot of biohacks, free things that anybody around the world can do. So no matter where you're watching from, I actually get to see my audiences on YouTube. It's cool. I have a pretty large audience in Australia, a pretty large audience in the UK, massive audience in the United States. And actually, if you're watching from anywhere other than Florida, can you comment where you're watching from? Just because it's so cool, man. The coolest thing about YouTube, I think, and Instagram and social media, and I encourage you to do this, is if you start sharing the things you're passionate about and the things that you're doing in your life, the algorithm will find the same types of people and put them together. So we create this social friend group of like-minded individuals who care about their health. Most of you probably aren't professional athletes watching this. You're just everyday people like me who are just trying to optimize your health so that you don't hurt when you get out of bed, so that you can go run around with your kids or your grandkids. And that's what I want to encourage. So I got my blood work done for 365 days like a professional athlete, and here's what happened. In the beginning, I made a lot of changes in my diet. I told you that. In the beginning, I made some changes to my workouts and stuff, but the number one thing that changed everything, and my dad encouraged me to do this, was I got my blood work done. I never got my blood work done because I didn't play sports. I didn't go to college. I didn't play sports in high school. I surfed and I skated. That was what I did. I enjoyed it. And I wakeboarded. I was actually considered a pro wake skater for a short time there, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a blast. But then I immediately got into the car business. I started working when I was 15 full time. So that kind of took over the world for me, and it was awesome. But we didn't get our blood work done. We didn't really care or check our health very often. So I was in my mid-30s when I got my blood work done for really the first time. And I got my hormone panels done, and I got my thyroid checked, and I got all these things checked. And if you looked at me my whole life, I've never been out of shape. I've been poofy and I've been cut, but I've never been out of shape. So if you looked at me, you'd think I was somewhat of a healthy individual. I got my blood work done and found out my testosterone was in the can. Early 30s, my testosterone levels were under 300. It was horrible. That was step one, getting my blood work done. And I highly recommend, I choose to work. There's been other brands reach out to me and want to work together, because when your audience grows on social media, so do the opportunities. Brands reach out, and just be totally clear with you. Brands will reach out all the time. They're like, hey, we want to pay you to do this. We want to give you this and all this stuff. And it's cool, it's flattering, but I've been choosing to work with Blokes Joi. They've been great. I know the founders, and they're just good people, and they really do care. Like, the story behind why they started is legit, and that's one of the reasons that I choose to keep working with them. At this point in my career, I do get to share, like, they do pay for my services, and I will gladly tell you that. That's the cool thing about this, is I want to share authentically with you. Not because I want you to be like, oh, that's so cool, David, lucky for you. No, I'm just a normal dude, like, and I just started sharing. And if you see, there's a lot of other YouTubers now who are just normal people. What, buddy? What was it?
There's a bug.
A bug was trying to get you? Come here, bud, come sit with me. You wanna talk to some people with me? So this is Wyatt, this is my youngest son. He's 5 years old. So really, when Wyatt was born is when me and my wife really started to focus on our health. Mid-30s. Actually, yeah, we had you right when we were in our 30s. And when he came, he was our fourth. He was the end baby, and we really wanted to focus on our health. So we both actually get our blood work done with Blokes Joi. Blokes is for men, Joi's for women. And I encourage you, if you don't know where to start, don't go do this with your doctor. It's so much cheaper to do it with Blokes Joi, and you get so much more information, you get so much more from the service. And I'm sorry, and if you are a doctor watching this and you're mad at me for that, I'm so sorry. You probably would agree with me. Like, it's expensive. Your insurance is charged a ton of money, and there's a ton of money exchanged to get this done with your doctor. So even if you have great insurance, I would encourage you to do a service like Blokes Joi at least one time. You don't have to sign up for life, but you might, because the information you get and the coaching you get, that's really what makes it all worth it. So anyway, got my blood work done with Blokes Joi. Got my coaching done with Blokes Joi, and really started to see some changes. You see, like, I was eating clean, I was training, I was sleeping well. Like, I never struggled with sleep. I did get an 8 sleep mattress, and funny story about that, they sent it to me. It sat in my living room for like 3 months before I ever even opened it, because I was like, I sleep well, I don't even know what this thing is. I don't need it. And then I finally set it up, and it's probably mine and my wife's favorite thing that we have. And once again, I'm sharing that not to make you feel like, oh man, like, lucky for you, David, you're an influencer. I don't consider myself an influencer. I consider myself just a normal dude who started cold plunging and sharing his journey, and people can relate to that. And honestly, that's the most important part to me, is to keep this relatable, because that's who I am. And if you start sharing, like I was sharing before Wyatt came over here and was chased by a bug, if you started sharing your journey, whether it's in congruence with this or in alignment with this or not, you will find the right people. I don't want to say audience, but like, you'll find the right people around the world. Like, you'll find like-minded people, and you'll find like-minded brands. And it's actually a really, really cool thing. I actually have a playbook where I share my entire journey of how I became a full-time content creator. And I went from being the vice president of a large automotive group to a pretty small content creator, and God has been really good. But I share some of the things that I've done and some of the things that a lot of creators are doing wrong, I think, and I hate to say it like that, but it's a playbook down below. There's a link if you want to check that out. Anyway, back to this, got my blood work done, and the results completely floored me. I was in that realm of almost pre-diabetic. So I was like pre-diabetic, which I thought I ate pretty clean. Like, I thought I was doing things right. That shocked me more than the testosterone thing. The testosterone thing I kind of expected. All the symptoms that you Google, that it just seemed like that's what it was. And just so you know, you shouldn't just go and get testosterone if you're testosterone. So there's a lot of other levels and steps that you should go through before you just do that. Anyway, so I started working with Blokes. I got the coaching with them. That was the coolest thing. So we got to talk about my diet. We got to talk about the things that I was eating, talk about the things that I was drinking. And I started wearing Whoop for a little bit too. So I was wearing Whoop, and I saw that anytime I would drink, even if it was like a glass of wine or a couple beers with the guys, I always recovered horribly, even if I slept for 8 hours. So I was like, I don't need to drink. Like, it's not doing anything for me. So I stopped drinking. Yep. And I would say, anybody watching this, if you still do drink, maybe you should stop. Not because I'm judging you, not for any religious reason or anything. I'm a fun guy. I like to have a good time. I like to laugh and cut up and loosen up. Just stop drinking. If you want to buy something expensive, just go buy Vichy Catalan or some expensive water and treat that like wine. But yeah, I stopped drinking alcohol completely. I never really was a smoker, but I would do cigars with the guys every once in a while. Never vaped or anything like that. But I completely stopped that. So on my 35th birthday, when I left my automotive job and decided to do this full time, is when I also made the commitment to myself, I'll never drink alcohol again, and I'll never smoke a cigar or cigarette. I never smoked cigarettes, but never smoke again either. So those were some of the changes that I made, and they encouraged that. They encouraged that could be a good step in the right direction, doing all this holistically and naturally. Eating organic, single ingredient foods. I found Paul Saladino online, and he had a lot of great information. I consider him like a mentor kind of friend out there. Like, we don't know each other that well yet, even though I'll be at his house in 2 weeks. He shares a lot of great information. So if you're somebody kind of lost on your diet and you're thinking, maybe I should do vegan, maybe I should do keto, maybe I should fast, maybe you should just watch a little bit of Paul Saladino's content, where he shares about the good stuff about all of that and how he also experimented experimented with all of that stuff too, and then found the animal-based diet to be one of the best as far as you have energy and you still can have muscle. Like there's just a lot of great benefits to it. Plus you don't eliminate all the good foods in life. Like I get to eat fruit, I get to eat honey, I get to have raw maple syrup, I get to have milk, I get to have a lot of meat, all the red meat I want, like fatty meat, lean meat, all the great meats. So I don't really lose any of the things that I would have enjoyed if I had gone vegan or if I had started keto or fasting. Like I still get some good carbs and my energy levels are always really, really level. So kind of flashing forward, the coaching was awesome. What I like about the test results is that when you get your blood work done, like one thing, I don't have to go to a place. They actually can send a phlebotomist out to your house. So they showed up at my house. They were here for 5 minutes, took my blood. It was painless. They left. And then within a week or so, I was able to get my results and go through myself, but I didn't know what I was looking at. So this is where the coaching comes in. They actually have somebody who specializes on all this, and they literally went through my entire lab with me and explained what it meant. And also explained like, hey, what you're seeing here is just like a quick snapshot in time. This isn't like the rule of life for you. Like there's a really good chance, like if you had intercourse with your wife prior to getting your test done, that would change some of these things. If you had a tough workout within the last 3 days, like that would do. If you had some mental stress, like there's a lot of things that can go into it, and they explained it. And then the cool thing about working with them is that I actually have this scheduled. I get my blood work done every single quarter. So every 3 months I get my blood work done. We go through it and we're able to see like the graph of every single detail to see if I'm going in the right direction or if I'm going in the wrong direction. And then it's the same person I'm talking to, because they have an idea of my lifestyle, my diet, my workout, my stress level, all these things. They kind of have like they know who I am. They're able to be like, hey, because I know you have a sweet tooth, how was your diet this last quarter? And like we can really be honest and talk about it. It's almost like therapy. So I really enjoyed working with them. I really enjoyed that part of it. And then the last part of working with Blokes Joi is they can help you with your supplements. Like right now, they have me on a supplement fast. So I am taking, even though they provide me with supplements, I am taking no supplements for a month. I just want to do a supplement fast, only taking nutrition. Like the only nutrition I'm getting is dietary nutrition. I am consuming beef liver. I am consuming capsulated beef liver from Heart and Soil. I'm consuming Armra colostrum, collagen, protein powders, things like that. But I'm trying to get a majority of my food and nutrition from single ingredient foods in that animal-based diet. We're gonna do that just to see. Like the cool thing is we are experimenting through this. So I don't do a great job of like documenting these journeys. I kind of like do this where I share what has happened. And if you'd like to see more of like the day-to-day documenting what I eat, what I supplement, like if you want to see stuff like that, let me know in the comments below. How I make videos is based off your feedback. So if there's something you're like, man, David, you've got 7 different saunas at your house. Do a comparison of all of those. No one's really like asked me to do that. So I could, but I don't want to just make a video like that if it's not going to be beneficial to anybody. So if there's something like that, I literally have 40 cold plunges. Like, yes, I get a lot of stuff sent to me. I don't even review some of it, because if some of it's like just junk and I don't think you deserve to see it, then I'll just let them know, hey, you want this back, or you want me to give it away, because I'm not going to do anything with it. That's just the truth of it. That's just how it goes. So anyway, they can supply me with supplements. They can supply me with peptides. They can supply me with hormones if that's what I need. And there are a lot of different videos I have where I go through in detail some of the different things that I am taking or have been taking or have experimented with. And I encourage you to go and check out the playlist on my YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel so you can see these other videos. But I wanted to make this video and just kind of go through like the journey of how getting my blood work done for a year straight like a professional athlete, because this isn't just like your normal like 5 panel. I get everything. It's a comprehensive lab. I see every single thing. And this is what professional athletes typically do. They see it all. They have to see it all. So getting this done for a very small amount of money, I would say this is an investment that anybody watching this, it would be worth making if you're serious about taking control of your health and wellness. Like going and signing up at a different gym, that's good, but it's not really gonna change anything. Trying a new fad diet, that's good, but it's not really gonna change anything. You need to see where you stand. And I think that's the #1 reason why I'm very pro get your blood work done, is a lot of people out there are watching and trying cold plunges and trying saunas and trying all these different things, but they have no idea like what's actually happening on the inside of their body. They're looking in the mirror and saying, I don't like what I see, so I'm gonna go work out more. Or I don't like what I see, so I'm gonna diet differently. That's good. It's a really good place to be, but you might actually save some money if you got your blood work done and found that the diet you're about to go spend all this money on trying is actually like counterproductive for your body based off of what's happening inside you. And that workout might not be the right route for you. What's up, Bubba? Yeah, buddy, we'll open that 1 second. So I just wanted to make a video. Kind of the final word is you don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to be an athlete to take your health seriously. Like that was my last note. You just got to start listening to your body and learning your body. And I think that step one is get your blood work done. For me, the results were shocking. My testosterone was in the crapper. I was borderline diabetic. Made a lot of changes, and now I can say that my testosterone is not in the crapper and I'm not borderline diabetic. There are some, you know, when I was younger, I definitely didn't live like the life that I'm living now, and I drank a lot of alcohol, and I definitely tortured my liver a lot. So my liver, my kidneys, those are struggling, but we're working on that. So I'm excited to say I'm getting my blood work done in the next couple weeks after doing a fast and really changing some things in my life, and really not changing because like we've made the changes, but it's really like dialing in. You know, the word people are saying now is I'm dialed in, locking in. So I locked in and dialed in, and I feel good. My energy levels have been great. So we're gonna see. And if you wanna see more updates on this, more updates on blood work and more conversations similar to this where I'm just standing in front of the camera and talking, I actually enjoy this. Like these are the videos that I really enjoy making. I love reviewing products. I love sharing how I'm doing different experiments and stuff, but sharing my real life with you is something I really enjoy. And if you don't know this yet, my wife, who's a first grade teacher's assistant right now, she's not going back next year. Next year, she's going to do this with me. She started a YouTube channel last summer. She has like 4 videos on it that she posted literally like last summer just to see if she would want to try to do this with me, and she's gonna do it. So it'd be awesome if you could support that. If you wouldn't mind, if you subscribe to my channel, great. I'll have her channel down in the description below. If you're a woman watching my channel, you might really enjoy subscribing to her channel. She's gonna start publishing some videos here soon. She's just trying to get through the end of the school year, as some of you might know. And yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited to have her home with me. I'm excited to make content with her. I'm excited to do some of these experiments with her. She's a rock star. She's the best thing in the world, and I'm super stoked and super proud of her for taking this step. But yeah, you can follow her on Instagram. You can subscribe to her YouTube channel, even though she doesn't have a ton of content yet. It would just be awesome to see some of my friends out there in the YouTube world support my wife as well, just because it's fun. And if you want to leave some fun comments for her, that's always good too. Hey, I appreciate you so much for watching. If this video is helpful, like it, share with a friend, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff, or don't, I don't really care. This video was a video I wanted to make to really talk about how Blokes has changed my life, and Joi for women has changed my wife's life, and so many out there. A lot of great testimonies I've heard from people like you, and if you are working with Blokes and Joi and you want to share a testimony, post it in the comments below. Reach out to me on Instagram if you have any questions you don't want to put on YouTube, or if you can't because you don't have a YouTube account. That's totally fine too. My Instagram pop up here. But hey, I love talking to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day, my friends, and God bless. All right, Wyatt, let's open that up, Bubba. Because I want God to bless them.